today we're going to be looking at Fern from Frieren, and I have been very much looking forward to this figure. I received it a while ago and I thought now would be the time to review it to see what you guys think about this as well. So let's jump in. We have a lovely open up package of Fern. The different faces, my favorite one, the puffy face, different hands. Her weapon is inside this as well, and obviously the special effect, which is the shield. Now, on one side you have Fern, and it says Fern, again, fine, and on that side it says Fern as well. On the top it says S.H Figuarts and Fern, as you can see, and on the bottom it has a picture of Fern. Is she making it? No, she's not making the puffy face, which is a bit of a shame because I think that's her best face. Now on the back, if you can see, we definitely have some of the pictures. We have her with a weapon, her kind of face, as well as multiple ones that you get inside the box. But let's open up this bad girl and have a look inside. And here is Fern. Now, my favorite part of this figure is definitely going to be her puffy face. It makes me laugh every single time, or her annoyed face. But we can see here, we've got all the different hands. We've got 3 different faces, 4 altogether. Her staff, or her, no, it's not a wand, but it's her staff. If I'm getting that name wrong, please let me know down below in the comments. We have the base here and here. And at the very back, which is pretty much just going to stay in the box, is going to be the effect. I don't really like kind of using them if I don't have to, but yeah, so you can see it there. But we are going to be looking at her and all her different faces, so let's jump straight into it. And here is Fern. I'm a little bit shocked. She was pretty much wrapped up really, really well, and I generally think it's because of her jacket. Now, it definitely is made of like a soft-ish plastic material, but it will go back. So maybe over time it does kind of stay open a little bit more. But for now, it kind of wraps up okay. Now, when trying to pose her, it feels like she does go over more on this side, so she tilts that way, which it could just be the desk that she's on. But to be fair, she's not too bad. It's okay. Now, I really do like the purple hair. I think it suits her character ever so amazingly, and I really like the fact that her hair droops over her shoulders. Now, there's not much color to this figure whatsoever, which again is absolutely fine, but we can see just underneath her kind of coat there are 4 buttons along her top, and again, like her normal hair. On the side, it is very simple. We can just see her hands there. And then on the back, we see like more kind of like light purple, which I really like the different tones. And again, her kind of like hair like symbol. I don't know. Please let me know what this is in the comments, because I actually cannot think of it. Now, there are ruffles along the material, which I generally really like. Hopefully this is not like a sculpt on another body, so this could be very unique. And it also is right here too. Literally the figure looks okay. Even like her shoes, they are boots. They've got the kind of like, they haven't skimped out effectively, and I really like what they've done. You can see just around there that it's kind of like the material, like it's proper boots, and I generally like that. Underneath her jacket is basically the kind of like her the soft material, which again is a soft one if you want. And I've never done this before, but if you look at the legs, you can see that she's got kind of like leggings on. I don't know if that's actually true or if they just made it so no one's going to see under it, but you can see right there it looks okay. Now, you can't take the jacket off because it is part of her like upper body, and to be fair, I wouldn't really want to take it off because I like the figure as it is. Now, she does move, and we're going to do the articulation. There's not going to be much that I can do because this is basically a pain. Like, you could move that, and then you could move the legs up and down if you wanted to. Maybe you could pose her. It feels really weird doing this, but even the boots move, and they're okay, so that's fine. So this comes back underneath properly. The arms are kind of a little bit restricted due to this part here, but hey, you're not going to have the hands all over. Like, you could make it do cute like movements if you wanted to, and obviously the hands turn around. But yeah, it's one of those things of, it's a pain, but they do kind of turn around. And obviously we can swap them with some other ones. Now the head doesn't, it moves, but you know, I don't know if you'd want it all the way around, but at least you can turn it to the side. It kind of, it's more noticeable doing that than say over that side for some strange reason, but it's cool. Actually, when you pose it in different ways, it looks different. So let's try some different faces and then one or two different hands. I've already swapped one of the faces already, and I think it looks okay. It's not one of my favorite ones, but it's okay if you wanted to pose it for maybe, I don't know, poses, pictures, or some stop motion. So the head's just kind of like really come away quite quickly. It's not loose, but it will do. So you basically put the head on like that, put the hair at the top. Now it's kind of weird because there's not really any major emotion. So I don't know, did they give me, oh no, so that one was a smiley one. So this one has no emotion, which is fine. It doesn't really add much to it, but we're going to add my favorite one, which is the one that's going to stick on for the rest of the review. I absolutely adore the angry face one. Like, it really is fantastic. It's like, how dare you? I generally really like it. It adds more to this figure. It's generally my favorite face in most of anime. It's just so cool. But yeah, you can tell like the different faces kind of give it a little bit more depth to it and a lot more like fun. So yeah, this is the face it's just literally going to stay in all the time. But yeah, I love it. I love it so much. Now I don't know why it's not focusing a lot, so I'm gonna have to have it like this. But yeah, this is her staff, and I generally really think it's really pretty. It's a really nice item. I love it looks like wood. You've got the purples and the silvers, and it literally works like spot on. And if it wants to focus, then that would be absolutely cool. But yeah, it looks awesome for what it is. I'm really sorry it's not in shot or it's not focusing, but yeah, I think it looks cool. We're gonna put it with a figure, maybe that will kind of work. Now this is a really nice touch, and I actually didn't realize this, but you get the different like hands in this like little kind of like pouch, but you also get the bracelet I think this like Stark gives her. So I really like the fact that they kind of like separated this. So let's have a look. I mainly want to have a look at the bracelet. Now you probably can't see it down. Like it can focus in on this, but not the staff. But yeah, like they've actually put it in, and that's really nice. That's really really attention to detail. So we can say that you've got the hands that if you want to kind of like put onto the staff to hold on to it or something, like that really works. So yeah, so you can put the hand right onto that part if you want to, and it adds in like so quickly, it's out of focus, but nice enough. I wonder why it's not doing it, but you can see purple on the stick. There we go. Purple on the stick works really well, and the point too. Yes, we got through that. Now this has really kind of annoyed me because the joint isn't as strong as what it is. Now it's not snapped or anything, but I generally pulled it out and thought, oh my god, like they've done a different sort of thing. So the joint looks like it's just come off. It could just be too weak or something, but that's kind of not ruined it, because it's also a hard thing to put in. So it's not going to be one that I'm going to be able to pose like properly or be able to get fixed. So I'm a little bit kind of annoyed on that one that it's just done it. So yeah, it's kind of ruined the type of like the rest of the review. So I'm going to see if it's possible to get like a replacement, but it might not be the case, and it's going to be a lot harder to pull it out or even like adjust it. So there's the review of Fern. Now I'm really annoyed about the hand because obviously when you like pull them out, you're meant to have the kind of like the stub, so you can obviously put the other hands onto. So I've kind of just left it as it is. It feels like the figure could easily like come out or not. I really want to pull it out, but I don't want to kind of like damage it. So yeah, it looks like from inside, it looks like it hasn't been put in properly, or maybe it's meant to. I really want to pull it out. So yeah, so you can see it just comes out normally. Now I could try and fix it, which I did beforehand, but it looks like it's a defect. So that is the one thing that really kind of annoys me, or something has popped out. Can you pull that one out, or is that going to be exact? So yeah, so you can pull it out like that, but one part has like stayed in. So it looks like there is like an issue with it, which is a shame because I generally thought it would be a really nice figure. So yay, that's going to be a thing. But yeah, I'm going to try and get in contact to try and see if they can send out a replacement. Normally you think that they would send one. So if you ever have a problem with this, a pair of tweezers is normally how you can fix it. So yeah, it's kind of an annoying thing. I might see if I can fix it normally and just see what goes on. But yeah, it's annoying for what it is. But apart from that, it's a really nice figure. I actually really like it. It's not often that I get problems with Figuarts and stuff, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, I am gonna leave it there. What are your thoughts? Have you got Fern? Have you got Frieren? Let me know down below in the comments. While you're down there, like and subscribe. And why not check out the channel memberships as well as the Patreon. Thank you very much for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.
I want to say a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters, and I wanted to shout out Kimono Cat. Your help goes a long way to help support the channel, and if you want to help support the channel, the links to my Patreon and channel memberships are listed below in the description.
あらあら、チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとう。チャンネル登録、高評価お願い。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができるよ。